Hello everyone. Today I have this LG OLED65B7A made in 2018 QLED TV. They have no backlight. The pixels, they have the light itself. This kind of the TVs, they give a better picture, and because the black is gonna look real black and the colors is gonna look more real. So the TV is a new technology, and I start seeing this TV a lot. So I think I did post one video about this one of these TV problem like about 2 weeks ago or something like that. If you want to check, that's one too. So like I plug the TV to the power source, and you can see the standby light is on. The TV is taking about 100 milliwatt. I'm gonna push the power button, and you can see the TV trying to turn on. It's go up to 20 watt, then it's go down to 0. So the TV trying to turn on, then something stopping the TV to finish booting. This TV is come from another technician that he check it, and you can see what he write over there. He think is the main board is bad, and he was looking for a main board between this price, like $185 to $200. He couldn't find anything between this, any main board, replacement main board between this price. Because this is a newer TV, of course, the part is going to be expensive and it's going to be hard to find. So our job now, we're going to check if it's the main board, if it's a really main board issue, if that main board can be fixed, or if it is another issue, and we're going to try to check if we can fix that issue or replace the board, or what the option we have. So let's start. So this is the TV inside board here. That's giving the power and voltage to the other part. This is the display T-con board, and this is the main board. We're going to check the voltage that's coming out of the power board. So let's plug the... So I got the multimeter, and we're going to put this one in the ground. And we put the multimeter in the voltage, and we're going to start checking. As you remember, for the other video, it was the problem here, and it was some voltage is missing because it was shorted. So let's check if this one is going to be the same, and that's at the same time we're going to check other voltages too. So you know that when we turn the TV turns on for like 3 seconds and goes off. For that 3 seconds, it's going to give us a time to check the voltage over there. So here I'm going to turn it on. You can see the voltage is going up to about like 13 volt, then going down. But here the voltage is supposed to be 24 volt. You can see it. So let's try again. Show us close and watch fast. 14 volt and go down. So the voltage doesn't go up to the 24 volt. Could be the TV turns off before that voltage is reached the point. Could be the TV detecting is something wrong with that voltage and it's going off. The next voltage that I'm going to check is the voltage here, the 12 volt. You can see over there 12 VT. That's a 12 volt T-con, I think. Must be, that's the name of it. So let me turn on the TV. Oh no, not there. So you can see we have ground, we have NC, and we have the 12 volt. So ground, NC, 12 volt. So let's turn on the TV. You can see 12 volt over there, 11.9. Then TV goes off. The 12 volt is good. So this is the first check. We find that the 24 volt here is not reaching is not going to the 24. Depends here, is not going to the 24, is go down before reach that. And the other 12 volt is good. So that's the first thing we check. And now we're going to check the powers that's going to the main board. You can see them here. Is a 20 volt, 12 volt, and yeah. So first let's check the 20 volt. 1 2 3 2 3 here. I'm going to turn on the TV. So there is the 20 volt over there, 19 point something. So let's go to the 12 volt, next switch. Yeah, this 7 volt is just because the capacitor is holding the charge. So 11.9 volt. So it's good, the 12 volt is good. And the other voltage is for the T-cone, by all of them is the same 20 volt. So we have the other voltage good, but this 2 voltage here is not reaching. So there is a fuses here. We're going to check them if that fuses are good, if there is a short over there, and we go from there. So I bring my tweezer to test the fuses here. So we have this fuse for the 12 volt. So this fuse is good. We have another 2 fuses for 24 volt here. Yeah, these fuses are good. And so now we are going to start checking the capacitors. Yeah, we check just the big capacitors, because that's the input of the power switching power supplies. Because this is a power supply like coil, IC, and the capacitor. These power supplies, like they take like 12 volt and they make it like as a 3 volt or 5 volt or 7 volt, depend what that's power supply feeding. So we have very low resistance here, is about like 10 ohm. There is another low resistance here, another low resistance here. So we have this one here. And we have this resistance, and we have a low resistance here. So we have a surge in this coil here. That's a low resistance, is a 9 ohm. This coil here is a shorted, but this coil is, the other side is connected to the ground. This one, the other side is connected to this MOSFET, and the other side is going to this IC. So basically this coil shouldn't be like So let me test as a short. So let me turn on the TV again. I want to measure the voltage. Yeah, there is no voltage in this coil. Let me show you the difference to the other ones. You see this coil is 11 volt here. So let's check another coil. The coils, most of them is a power supplies, small power supplies. This coil is a 2.5 volt. This one here, but this coil it has no voltage. Let's check it with the thermal imaging camera and see if it's if any component around this spot is getting hot. So let me try to turn it on and we'll see. You can see a spot right somewhere here. Just watch again. TV on now. That's the spot. And here there is a MOSFET. Yeah, that's the MOSFET. So let's watch how hot that MOSFET is. So you can see it's at 35 degrees. 35, 39. Let's see how hot it's gonna get. Yeah, I think it's go like almost 50. Yeah, 43, 44, something like that. At the same time, the main board doesn't get no warm. The bright spot over there just from the metal, like power supply. This hot spot is normal because now the TV is a standby. The standby parts and the power supply is on. So that's why the MOSFETs and the other parts is getting warm. But these MOSFETs is get hot, then it's go off quick. You can see that's bright and that's flashing and it's go off. Alright, this is the board. As we see in the thermal imaging camera, we see this spot which was getting hot, this MOSFET. So we are going to be looking in this area here. And we have another part that we need to check here. So for us to this one is detected as a short. So this is the ground side and this is the other side of the capacitor, the positive side. So from here we have this is a short. This is supposed to be the ground side and this one here should be the 10 ohm. You can see this capacitor is connecting to this one. That's why we have a low ohm here and low ohm here, because they are connected in the parallel, this capacitor. But we are going to focus on this area here. That's where I think the problem is. Could be this MOSFET is short, could be one of these capacitors short. So next we are going to use the thermal imaging camera and we're going to feed some voltage here. we're going to feed this side here. Yeah, I set up the power supply at 1 volt and 160 amp. So that's the first I'm going to start. If that's not enough, I'm going to increase the voltage. Alright, so that's the spot. I'm going to start feeding the voltage now to this side of the capacitor. Yeah, it's taking about 400 milliamp. But not unclear where is the surge could be. So let's increase the so this area is hot. I'm still not sure which one is the MOSFET or the. Let me increase a little bit the voltage, like to 2 volt and a half. Yeah, now when I increase the voltage, the amps it jump to 1.6. So it means yeah, the short is gonna show. You can see the spot is getting more bright, but it's not clear which one is. Let's look on the other side. So on the other side we have this capacitor here. They are connected to the same spot. So let's be sure that this capacitor is shorted as well. Yep, this capacitor is detected as short. All these 5 capacitors. So let's feed them and keep using the camera. Yep, I think the short is over there. Yeah, and that spot is getting very hot. Let's get to measure. Yep, that spot is go to over 120 degree. I think we find where is the short. Should be one of these capacitors. Next, we're going to use the alcohol. Yep, the alcohol is moving. Let's put more. I think we find the problem. Watch this guy. This guy here. I'm feeding close to this one, but the other guy said, here, it's me. Okay, let's put some alcohol over it. Shall we make them shiny? Let me see what spots, so you can see the light, the reflection of the light. This one here doesn't want. Okay, right now. You see this one? It's getting dry. Yep, it's completely dry. So let's remove that capacitor and see if this shortage will be gone. So this side is the ground. The other side is not the ground. The other side was giving us 10 ohm and now it's good. Let's see if this is the bad guy. It is. Three ohms. This capacitor is bad. So here, no short to this capacitor. This capacitor was detected as a short, is not. Let's go test it, and we're gonna test the board. After that, if everything works right, I'm gonna put the missing capacitor over there. So let's turn on the switch. Let's watch it here. We have 40 watt. You remember before it stayed at the 20 watt and it goes off. Now it's go to 50 watt. That's something good. The TV is still not going off. 100 watt. I did see some light in the ground over there. Maybe we have some picture. 400 watt. I guess yes. You see that? Beautiful. Beautiful picture. So the TV is fixed. It's not the main board. And yeah, I'm gonna put that capacitor back and put the TV together. Here I'm gonna measure the voltage that's in that line to find what capacitor we're gonna use on it. So the TV is still on. It's about 300 watt. And we measure the voltage here. The voltage is about 16 volt. So we are going to need the capacitor that's on the 24 volt or higher, and should be the same capacitor color and the same size. So I found this board. This is a LED driver board. It's worked by the 24 volt. The input of which is a 24 volt. If I do remember, this is a VCU board, and you can see this capacitor is the same size, same color as this one. This is 24 volt, and we are gonna put it in the 16 volt line, so that's good. Always pick the capacitor from high voltage lines, like more voltage lines. And the capacitor is there and ready to go. So here the TV is on. Sound works. Yeah, the TV is ready. So this is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you on next one. Yeah, I think you do have a customers here. Yeah, picture looks good. TV work perfect. Alright, we'll see you.